We're now live, ladies.
Excellent. Hello, welcome to our professional cookery and hospitality event today. My name is Mandy Purdy. I'm the head of school for hospitality, retail and events, and my colleague Stephanie Tanner, she's the head of school for professional cookery. So we're going to share with you today our presentation on our faculty area, and Claire from our comms team, she will take any questions from you as we're going along. So let's kick it off and then we'll take it from there. So welcome to the virtual open day and of professional cookery, hospitality, retail and events. And you know, why study with us? I will maybe excuse me if I do, you know, go on a bit and don't really take on board around the presentation, but we tend to add arms and legs. Edinburgh College, biggest college in Scotland. We provide a fantastic learning environment. We have 2 restaurants, one at Milton Road and one at Granton, that are training kitchens, training restaurants, industry standards. And we work in partnerships with our industry to provide a great experience for you. Our courses are over 2 sites, diverse courses, delivering exciting units for you to design and develop your skills and take you forward to put you into industry. Next slide, please, Steph. Our courses, an overview of the courses, an opportunity to develop your skills, as I said, to work within professional cookery in the hospitality industry and setting you up for industry and the potential of you having your own business. You have the opportunity within your course to work at placements. We work in partnership with a plethora of restaurants, hotels within the Edinburgh and the East Lothian area for you. And the idea of this is to take you forward and assist you in developing your skills. There's the opportunity also to take part in the programme. You can come in and you can visit areas if you choose to do so. We'll see you know, your thoughts at the end of this. But we deliver things like, you know, bakery, patisserie. We are looking at a bit of chocolate work and things and moving forward. So we're always developing and changing our ideas to keep up with industry standards. We also have our employers' business days where we invite the employers to come in and speak to the students, and it gives you an opportunity to speak to the employers as well. Our courses have various routes for you to move forward within the SVQ programme, and we can take you from, you know, SCP, still being at school, right through to your HND in hospitality or events and retail, and again working with our industry partners, Queen Margaret and Napier College to take you, Napier University to take you on to do a diploma programme. Next slide, please, Steph. Our facilities, as I said, we've got 2 phenomenal restaurants, the Apprentice and the EH15. They're a training restaurant. They're set up based on what you would expect to find in industry, and the kitchens assigned to that again as a training kitchen, industry standards to give you the skills and the experience to go and work within the industry. They're based at Granton, the Apprentice, and at Milton Road for EH15. You will be given the opportunity, you'll do 2 of your lessons will be in a classroom environment. That's probably in a slide to come, but in the training restaurant you're given the opportunity to use your flair, to be plating up the food and use your ideas to make it realistic as possible and to provide a good quality food production and food service for our customers.
I'll just add in there, Mandy.
Yeah, definitely.
So, as Mandy said, there's also classroom kitchens. So in addition to our realistic work in training restaurants and kitchens, each campus has a collection of skills session classrooms where, as Mandy said, you'll be in there once or twice a week working on practicing those skills that you can put into play into the realistic working environment, and also working through assessments towards your qualification, whether that's a City and Guilds professional cookery qualification, or bakery, patisserie, confectionery. And like Mandy said, with the hospitality unit, she'll be the same. You'll have your work in the restaurant to support our cookery students.
Okay, so really what we're looking for you, we're looking for commitment. Our courses run from 6 months to a year, and you can potentially be with us for 3 years if that's the route that you want to go. We're really looking for someone that is going to be a team player. You know, when you're in industry, a production kitchen, it's run by a team, it's not run solo. So a good team player and a passionate for food, a passionate and a flair of, you know, producing food and your ideas on how you would like it to be. We would like you to be self-motivated. You're going to be with us, if it's a year programme, 36 teaching weeks of that year, you know, and we want you to ooze with passion with regards to food. We want a good attitude. You know, we're looking for good attendance, a good attitude, and, you know, positivity from you, and in showing that and commitment to doing your qualifications will lead on to your year 2 and 3. We want you to be interested, sorry, in the hospitality industry. We work in partnership with our employers to provide, as we said already in the slide, great work experience. But this could lead to, you know, a great journey, an international travel journey, if that's, you know, what you choose to do. We work in partnership. I'll use the Sheraton Hotel as an example. It's international, so, you know, the ball's at your court, the world's your oyster, you know, to take it forward. Okay, so we do have some videos. We're not going to play them for you, but if you are interested in taken forward, you know, if you want to see the presentation, Claire will organise that, and you could maybe go on and you could listen to some of the videos. So this is Peter, originally from New York. He moved to Scotland 8 years ago. He done his HND in hospitality management. He then done in year 1, he then done his HND in year 2, and he graduated at the end of that, and he went on to take up employment. We also have one of our students just now who is now working with Royal Ship Britannia, a bit like Peter's journey as well. You know, there's loads of great student stories and there's success stories, and they've come from, you know, really some difficult backgrounds, but working with us and making it possible. This lovely young lady here, a huge passion for bakery, and I remember meeting her and talking to her myself. She done our National Progression Award level 4 in bakery, and then went on to do her level 5. She then came and well, she then actually stayed with us and done the patisserie and confectionery at level 7. So
I'll also
I don't know what
I'll also add to that one.
Yeah.
So Khadija, during her journey, and to say we won't play the videos because they can be a bit lengthy for this time, but Claire will happily share them with you to watch. But Khadija also, when she was studying her level 5, we took Khadija through to Scott Hot competition through in Glasgow, where she entered some of the classes, and she actually came away with some medals and awards along with some other people in her class. So Khadija has a really great success story, and she followed just the bakery route rather than the generic professional cookery route.
Okay, and you know, we have loads of students that have successful stories, but Sophie Taylor, without a doubt, we have a huge place in our heart for Sophie. Sophie started off on the SCP programme, so while she was at school, she came and she done an HNC in hospitality with us while she was still studying at school. Sophie then went on to do her City and Guilds level 1 and 2. She then done her HNC full time at in hospitality. Sophie has dyslexia, but she has almost become one of our dyslexia champions. Sophie took her dyslexia and seen it as a challenge. She never seen it as a disability. And working very closely with the staff and produced some phenomenal pieces of work. Without a doubt, her and Shannon, her sort of buddy, I suppose, they were successful award winners, you know, winning gold and silver in the National Cup through in the Grand Rapids, of which Steph was there. She might want to add a wee bit into that in a wee minute. Sophie then went on to win the Top Door Award. She was one of the finalists in 2021 and she did win it, which was an absolutely phenomenal journey for Sophie. So we are certainly so proud. We're proud of all our students, but we love to brag about the ones that, you know, just embrace that success. You want to add to that, Steph?
Yeah, I'll just add that I think on this page it's quite a good place to add that, as well as obviously coming to study with us and achieve the qualifications that you're coming for to help you gain those jobs within the industry, we also like to add as much additional experience in there. And if you are keen and enthusiastic and do have the passion of the industry that, you know, we would like you to have, and you want to enter any competitions, as you can see from Sophie alone, there's lots of competitions that are available for you. These competitions have got multiple strings to them. Not only is it great, obviously, to go away and come home with certificates and medals, these certificates and medals add to your CV, boost your CV, but also boost your confidence, boost your networking skills. And, you know, we have staff that are happy to mentor and support. As Mandy said, you know, Sophie embraced everything. The first year we took her to World Skills, she gained a silver medal. The Top Door Championship, the first year we took her to that, she came runner-up. Top Door's national, so it covers the whole of the UK. And the second year we took her to Top Door, she went back and she finally took the crown. And as well as taking the crown for the student front of house, she also got the media champion, because the competition also included developing a channel on Instagram. And then obviously, as Mandy's discussed already, the National Cup through in Grand Rapids. That's an opportunity that comes up to colleges across Scotland every 2 years, where we compete against various countries: Mexico, Jamaica, Canada, America, and so on. We went through, and as you can see, Sophie and Shannon came back with a haul of medals there. So really, you know, your world's your oyster, and as much as you want to put into it, you know, we can certainly help you get a massive amount out of that.
Thank you. Okay, so industry experience, obviously I touched on a bit of that earlier on. We work very closely with our industry partners. We do the Queen's Garden Party every year, obviously not over the last couple of years, but that will without a doubt come back. We're involved with that again for kitchen and front of house. One of our key partners is the Prestonfield Hotel. The owner of that and the Witchery, James Thompson, he's very supportive from the college. He'd done his training at the Old Telford College and he loves to embrace our students. So we go along to this phenomenal lunch. It's called Bring the Old Bag to Lunch, or the Old Bag to Lunch. And it's James invites them. He invites people to lunch. It's mainly women. And he entertains them on him, you know, the bar, the meal, etc. All is on him, and it's all about you know, auctioning off prizes and different activities that you can bid for, and the money that he raises he gives to the Prince's Trust. And we were involved in that a few years ago when it raised 1.1 million for the Prince's Trust. So we go along, we work in the kitchen, we work front of house with his, you know, very skilled team. and it's just a great event. It's a fabulous event to be including in your CV. You know, it just proves that you don't just want to come to Edinburgh College. You want to be, you know, part of this big family that we've created in Edinburgh. We've also got the opportunity, or you will have the opportunity if you stay with us for a couple of years, again to work with our partners over in Dinard in Brittany and north of France. It's an exchange programme, so they actually have it's almost like a cookery and hospitality campus over in Dinard. So you'll go over to this campus for a week. You'll work with our French partners, and they then come to Scotland and love to see Scotland, and they work for us for a week as well. And again, phenomenal experience from you. And then capturing all this, it's all about you, you know, you getting your face out into industry. And, you know, we'll go up to the pressing field, work at the pressing field, and the pressing field will offer our students, you know, part-time jobs. We do the hit lunch at the Sheraton. Again, it relates to part-time jobs if that's the way that you want to go forward. We've also got 2 members of staff, one that looks after employment for professional cookery and one that looks after employment for hospitality, to help you with your journey and gain additional experience. Okay, and there we go. That's the end of where we are. Claire, I don't know, are you in the position to take questions or?
Just going to put a call out for questions. We do have some that are coming in, so if anyone's got any questions after the presentation, please submit them now and we'll go through them with Mandy and Steph at the moment. First question I've got for you both, and I think you probably both answered this, is what information are you looking for in your personal statement that you need to submit with your application? So experience, that type of thing.
I think I'll pick that up first, Mandy. So I think, we'll both be very similar. So whether it's professional cookery or hospitality, when you're writing your personal statement, we're looking for you to show us, you know, where you're passionate and where your interest lies, why you're wanting to come to college and be a chef, or to be a restaurant manager or a hotel manager, wherever your passion lies. Tell us a little bit about how you see your journey going and where perhaps you aspire to be. And then ultimately, if you've got past experience at school with, you know, maybe doing some hospitality qualifications or cookery qualifications at school, or if you work part-time, any kind of information that relates to showing us your true interest in joining us in either professional cookery or hospitality.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Write it with your heart is what I was going to say. You know, get your heart down on that bit of paper, pretend you're a car salesman. You know, and just write about your passion, your experience, and where you see yourself going.
Thank you very much. Next question, probably for both of you. Is there an interview process?
Yes. So on application, once you place your application, once that's been sorted through, you should be invited for an interview. We do like to host the interviews on campus. Obviously, the last 2 years, interviews have been held on Microsoft Teams. We're hoping, with restrictions being eased at the moment, that we will be able to bring you on campus. The interview's fairly straightforward. We come in, we talk to you in more detail then about the specific course that you may have applied for, and give you more information about that, what's going to actually be covered, how long you'll be studying, where you'll be studying, and what kind of units you'll be covering. And then we'll just ask you some information about history, and perhaps discuss with you some of the stuff that you've put in your personal statement. It also gives you an opportunity to talk to us about any support needs you may have. Mandy talked about Sophie with the dyslexia, etc. Anything like that, you can give us in advance. It's not a hurdle for you. It doesn't make it any more difficult if you get into college. It just helps us plan and support you and get all this stuff in place for you ready for when you come to college. And it also, sorry, Mandy, I'll cut off in a minute. Right. It also gives you an opportunity to come and have a look at the campus, and we'll give you a tour and show you around. And also with professional cookery, we take the opportunity to take your measurements ready for ordering uniform, because you have to have chef's whites and stuff ordered.
Yeah, that's cool. What I was also going to add to that, Claire, is that we will also, if you're successful, we will have a get to know you day, where we bring the classes in groups. So you'll come in groups, you'll get to meet your group, you'll get to work with your group. You know, we'll do a bit of kitchen activity, we'll do a bit of front of house bar service, barista, mocktail, you know, whatever we come up with that day. So it's a great opportunity to welcome you into our hospitality family.
That's right, and we usually run those after our current students have finished, so usually plan to run those towards the end of June.
Excellent. Next question, similar question, is when's the best time to apply?
As soon as possible. The applications are open. Some of the courses fill up very quickly. We do have very limited spaces on some of the courses because we're governed by the amount of students we can get into the kitchens. It's unlike theoretical courses maybe that, you know, can house classes of 24 to 26. In the kitchen classrooms, we tend to house classes of about 16. So yeah, as soon as you're interested, I would get applying, and we'll probably start to run interviews from about March time.
Yeah, same for me really in hospitality, as quick as possible. Get your application form in, we'll get you interviewed, and then it just gives you, you know, you can then forward plan for the next few months on where you're going.
Excellent. Next question is, how many days will I be in college? It might be worth explaining the difference between college and school in this one.
So all of the courses, I think, to be fair, Mandy's probably very similar. So all of the professional cookery courses are timetabled for 18 hours a week. One of those hours is with your learning development tutor, and the other 17 are usually with your course tutor around the cookery skills. Those 17 hours can be broken up usually over 2 or 3 days. It's going to be at least 2 days in campus in classes. Usually the classes last around 6 hours, and then some of those hours, so if that was 12 hours on campus, you may then be given an additional class on Microsoft Teams online, and probably some self-study built into that timetable. Some of the classes may be in actually on campus for about 15 hours a week, so very different to a school timetable. It would, as I say, look to between 2 and 3 days a week commitment for a full-time course, and we do that because it allows us to then give you time to do some part-time work in the industry, and we can help facilitate that to basically boost your skills. And in addition to that, it still gives you time to have some days off, because it's very important to have that work life and college study in balance.
And Claire, I'll add to that because you touched about the SCP programme. So the SCP programme is a Tuesday and a Thursday afternoon, and this is set in partnership with the schools, a school college partnership. And again, that runs for 36 teaching weeks.
Brilliant. Okay, I've got one more question and then we're going to wrap up because Steph and Mandy both need to go shortly. They would like to know, what is your favourite thing about Edinburgh College?
For me, probably the students and the staff, the sense of pride that we get when we achieve so much. We've done lots, even during COVID, we've had lots of things going on. We're always producing lovely dishes and lovely food, and all the amazing feedback we get and all the thank yous we get, I think fills me with pride every day. So that's probably my favourite thing.
Yeah, I think for me, Claire, certainly within our faculty, we've got the opportunity to look at new challenges and new routes on how we want to take professional cookery and hospitality forward. It's a constant learning experience. I love to learn from the new students that join us. You know, Steph and I are both passionate. And we love to see their journey. You know, when Sophie Taylor, for an example, started off in the SCP programme, and then you're standing at her graduation, you know, crying because you're so delighted for her. It's just totally amazing. You know, it's a great place, Edinburgh College, biggest college in Scotland, but we've got a really good hospitality, professional cookery sort of a family feel, you know.
Excellent.
That's what I like about it.
Thanks, Mandy. I'm just going to squeeze one more question in because we've just had it come in last minute.
Right.
That says, cool. How old do you have to be to join?
we can take you under 16. Most of our students are over 16. Okay, we do have certain courses that we can take you under 16. If you're still in school, this needs to be done through the schools college partnership, but this can be, you can still infill into our full-time program, but it's just a conversation for us to have between yourselves, ourselves and the school that you're currently at. We do have students as young as 15 on our courses. It does depend on which course, but if you put that on your application, and if you are under the age of 16, you should be looking to apply for the introduction to hospitality and catering, our entry 3 levels, because those are the qualification route that would be suitable for you.
Yeah, and again, Claire, it's worth flagging up that when you come for your interview, we've already looked at the qualifications that you have, and you may, and your maybe industry experience, so you may apply for one course where we sit and we interview you, and we say to you, you know what, I think you should go to that level. You know, I think that would be more challenging for you. So yeah, we're flexible.
Excellent, thank you very much. If anyone needs any more information on courses, that can be found on our website, and please get in touch with our course information line, who will then put you through to our teaching staff. Thank you very much for your time today, and thank you to Steph and Mandy for helping us out today.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye, take care.